In the 2015 CAC Women's Tennis Championship, Mary Washington jumped out to a 3-0 lead in doubles and went on to defeat Christopher Newport 8-1 for its 12th consecutive and 23rd overall CAC crown. The Eagles then advanced to the NCAA second round before being knocked out by MIT 5-1. The spring campaign has now begun for most CAC squads, with several teams off to impressive starts to the year. Now let's take a closer look at each conference team to see who UMW's biggest challengers will be this season, counting down the preseason coaches poll throughout.
I would hope that we would improve as a team throughout the season, that we would acquit ourselves well with the teams that we're relatively even with, and in the teams that we're definitely overmatched with, we would still perform to the best of our ability, behaving ourselves and representing the school and ourselves and our parents in a very positive way.
Well, we've lost a lot of key players within the past few years, so we're definitely in a rebuilding stage, and they're definitely hard to replace. So I think one of our main goals would be just get more wins than we did last year and just stay competitive within the conference.
On the women's side, we really didn't lose any players. Unfortunately, we struggled to, I think we had one win last season. So that may be a blessing or maybe not a blessing. I would hope that we'd improve with the season's experience. Certainly the chance to go to Hilton Head, the chance to play some very high-level competition should have seasoned some of those relatively new players from last year. And so we really didn't lose anyone.
For our off-season, we do have a fall season. It's a short season with about 4 matches, and it definitely helps us stay motivated, see what we need to change for the spring season, and it keeps us out there hitting. For the winter break, we all hit on our own time, and we also do our own workouts because it's hard to keep everybody involved when we're all at home. But once we get back into the season, we'll all be working out together.
The key returners, of course, would be the Mountain Ridge girls, Kayla Kirk and Caitlin Lemmert. Have played together probably 70 doubles matches over their 3 going into their 4th year together, have improved tremendously, have competed with every school they've played with, even girls they had no business on the courts with. So those are my 2 top returners, and we counted on to carry the bulk of performance.
Definitely for the tennis team is our Hilton Head spring break trip. It's in South Carolina. We go down there for a week and we have about 5 or 6 matches, so that's about a third or half of our season even. So that's definitely really enjoyable. We get to go to the beach and play a lot of good tennis against some really good teams.
Probably the key newcomer would be Emma Seibert, a freshman from Clear Spring, Maryland. That seems to be a new connection that I have. We've had several players, both men and women, come in from Clear Spring. I am also in touch with 2 probably incoming freshmen next fall who will come in from Clear Spring. She will add to our depth, and she's a fairly high quality player.
The CAC tennis is actually very competitive, so we're definitely motivated to stay competitive within that. Apart some of the teams outside of the conference, we do play a lot of teams from many different states in Hilton Head, so we'll definitely try and stay competitive.
As in the past, there's probably 3 levels of teams in our conference. We could stretch that to 2. There are the haves, the Mary Washingtons, Salisbury, Christopher Newport, and then there are the rest of the conference. We are tremendously overmatched with the players from those top 3 schools. We'll compete as best we can, but I would be unrealistic to say we're going to be competitive with them as far as scores go. The bottom half of the conference I would feel like we'd be even with, and certainly that would be something we'd be concentrating on, making the playoffs and competing with those schools that are relatively even with us in ability.
My favorite part of being an athlete at Frostburg is probably D3 week. We get to play against and compete against all of the other teams, and that's definitely really fun. We do trivia night, just a lot of fun things with that, and also just the aspect of gaining a lot of friendships playing a sport.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
We are calling you, all of you. We are calling all Division III schools to join our cause, to recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault, to identify situations in which sexual assault may occur,
to intervene in situations where consent has not or cannot be given, to create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
This is our It's On Us pledge. It's on us to make a personal commitment to help keep all people safe from sexual assault, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Not to be bystanders to the problem, but to be leaders of the solution. We invite you to join us in this campaign by informing your campuses about the It's On Us mission.
Educate your student body, faculty, staff, and local community on how to prevent sexual assault and how to support survivors.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division 3. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Our goals and expectations this year are always to be competitive within the conference and with our non-conference matches. Most of our goals are personal goals because we have a lot of skill building. We practice for skill building. So, and coming out of high school, it's a different game when you get to college. So that's what our goals are kind of centered around, is personal enhancement and excellence. Key losses from last year are Steph Harnden and Hillary Matari. We're really going to miss them. They were steady, consistent, hard-working players for us. We're going to miss that work ethic that they brought to the court, and just a commitment to playing the best they could every time they went out. Returning players, I'm excited about the returning players are Jesse Miller, Shauna Brandt, and Ava Diaby. We really looking to them to step forward this year, particularly this spring. We had a good fall season, and we're looking to build on their fall success. Newcomers, nobody's really stepped up right now. We're, again, back to our skill building and personal development. That's what we're going to focus on with the newcomers this year. Our non-conference schedule, well, of course, that's a little easier to predict because we set them up. But the conference season, I believe, just in general, starts too early in the year and ends too early in the year. It starts when the weather's really bad still, or at least capricious. And then in April, it's just starting to get nice in April, and pretty much the conference season's over. So if I could change anything, I would just start a little bit later in March and end a little bit later in April.
The CAC Student Athlete Advisory Committee promotes community service as one of the pillars of the organization's mission. CAC SAC members have impacted the communities surrounding their campuses in a variety of ways over the years.
The student athletes realize that it's important to give back to the community and make those connections between community members, whether it's nonprofits, whether it's groups of kids and clubs and organizations, whether it's senior citizens. Student athletes realize that, and they want and they have a true desire to give back to their community.
It's really important because it lets other people know what the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is about, because most people aren't aware of what we do. It bridges a gap between the communities, the student athlete community and the outside community.
It's very important for SAC to be involved like this, whether we have athletes that are very passionate about causes, and to put good people towards good causes is the best thing to do.
I think one of the most important functions of SAC is, the community involvement piece. It gives back to the school, it gives back to the community, which makes both better.
Well, our main goals this year are to take our underclassmen and help them get a lot stronger as we build the program. So we're working on a lot of individual growth, and we're also looking to become a lot more powerful in our doubles game.
This upcoming season, I would like to become a stronger doubles player and also a stronger leader for my team.
Well, I lost my top 4 from last year. Elizabeth Fuchs is on a mission in Minnesota, and Rachel Christensen is on a mission in Peru, and Lindy Jo Christensen is on a mission in Argentina. And then my number 4, Micah Roberts, is study abroad in China this year. So those 4 players obviously made a huge dent in our roster. So we've got some younger players and our junior Carrie Stallenwork who are stepping up this year.
So this off season, I've been working on my fitness a lot, and we've been going to the gym and lifting as a team. And in all, I think that's going to help us prepare to have a great season.
My key returners, I would say, are Carrie Stallenwork and Ashley Adamson. I'm really looking for them to step up. Looking for some really good things out of Audrey McBride. She's a new freshman that we have from Pennsylvania, and she's a strong player and getting better every day.
This season, I'm really looking forward to being able to play doubles with our new freshman, Audrey McBride, and being able to contribute to the team as a whole.
As always, it's really difficult to compete in the Capital Athletic Conference. It'll be a rebuilding year for us, so we're going to work really hard to get better from the competition as we travel all around. We're also really looking forward to playing some of our neighboring ODAC schools, and for the healthy rivalry that we have there with Sweetbriar and Mary Baldwin and a few others. I love Southern Virginia University because of the unity in the campus community, and above all, the chance for individual growth. And when you're a tennis coach, you have this group of individuals that collectively give you the win or the loss. And so Southern Virginia University is the perfect place to coach tennis because you're constantly working on individual strengths that collectively give you the result that you're hoping for.
I chose to come to Southern Virginia University for the medical program, and I also chose to come here to have the chance to play tennis.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
To compete well against the top teams, including Salisbury, Christopher Newport, Mary Wash, and to finish a strong 4th, if maybe potentially a 3rd, just to compete better than we did last year, make playoffs, host a playoff. I think the girls, last year was tough. We lost a lot of matches, to be honest, and they're hungry to do better. And I think we have a team that could potentially do that. So. Katie Wagner at the top of the lineup. But also Mackenzie Kraut and Darian Nail, 2 juniors. The bottom of the lineup in tennis is so key, and they really give us some strength there. So it's nice to have that. Rachel Wagner, very talented freshman. She's number 2. Her and Katie, I think, will battle each other and make each other better, hopefully, as the years go on. She's going to win a lot of matches for us this year and in the future. Also, we have a couple players filling in spots because of injuries. We have Jessica Sherman playing. She's a freshman as well. She's inexperienced, but she's excited and eager to get in there and into the lineup and help the team.
This season, I think my team and I are looking forward to winning as many games as possible. We have one player out of our lineup, so we're going to have to step up and work extra hard to achieve those goals. But I think so far we're looking good, so it should be a good season.
The top 3 are such a tough go, but the rest of the schedule I think looks doable to have a very successful year. Potentially maybe even win out those matches, outside of the top 3, and that'd be something the women haven't done in years.
During the off season, we do core conditioning, playing indoors to keep us not so rusty. We do hit workouts and interval trainings, increase our endurance, just make us better fitness-wise overall. We have a close-knit team. We've always been that way. Both girls and guys have been very close. So It definitely allows each of us to get to know one another on a different type of level than we would on the court.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Well, we have a couple of goals. I think, obviously we'd like to make playoffs, ideally finish fourth in the conference, but really I think my goals, whether we're successful or not, isn't really dependent on whether we finish fourth or not. It's really just, did we work hard throughout the season? Are all the players doing everything they can to be the best they can? So that's really where my goal is at, is just to see the players kind of step up and work hard, because I think I'm pushing them harder than probably they were pushed in the past. And so my goal is really just to kind of see the players respond and work hard throughout the year and have fun.
I think our goals for the women's team for this season is to have a good time, get in better shape than we were last season, and win some more, and I think that'll make it a great season. I'm really looking forward to our first match to see how this conditioning has helped us, and then I'm also looking forward to spring break and just having a good time with the team.
On the women's side, we had a couple losses. One, Shannon Ramsey, our number one player. We didn't lose her entirely though, because she's on as an assistant coach still, so we get to keep her around to help out. We lost a couple other starters as well. Emily Stumfig was our number 3 player, number 1 doubles last year as well. So we lost a couple women, but we have some sophomores who are coming up as well who can kind of fill in those holes.
I think we have a really good schedule. We play some tough competitions. But I think it's going to be a good time, and the schedule looks good. I think that definitely Salisbury and Mary Washington are going to be tough competitions in our schedule, but I'm looking forward to them.
On the women's side, again, we have Marissa, and she's a transfer as well. I don't know exactly where she'll play, but I expect her to be a key contributor this year for us.
I'd say our off-season has definitely prepared us. We've done more conditioning and weightlifting and running than we have in the past, and I think that'll really prepare us for on the court. I really like the balance between academics and athletics, but I also really like all the amazing people I've met, both from coaches to players and staff in athletics.
Our girls' goals, we have lofty goals, and we really want to. We've been talking a lot the last couple of years. We haven't been in the national rankings, and we certainly want to get into the national rankings again. We want to finish the season with the CAC title, and so, the top 3 teams last year with Christopher Newport and Mary Washington, we had great matches, but we came up short in both of those, and so. Our girls are hungry to get revenge with them, and we're looking to win the CAC title this year.
Our goals for the season would probably be to not only have a winning record and beat as many teams as we can, but to ultimately beat our rivals, which tend to be CNU and Mary Washington. That'd be good to do great against them, so we'll see how that goes.
Key losses for our girls is Katie Ulios, number 1 doubles, number 2 singles, and so she's obviously a significant loss for us. Our captain, Allison Lutz, is out of the lineup, and she has graduated. And then Charlotte Walker, who was our Scottish transfer, is no longer with us as well. So we certainly have some spots to fill, and hopefully our new players are ready for that.
Off season has helped us prepare for the spring because we still practice every day. We lift and we have morning practice. There's no off season for tennis, I feel like. The only difference from the fall and the spring is that in the fall we're not traveling every weekend. We just have ITAs for one weekend. And the ITAs really help because it gives us some new competition. There's always really good girls there to play. So it's just motivating for the spring.
Key returners for us this year is our captain, Nally Savage. Had experience playing #1 doubles for the past 3 years, #1 singles for the past 3 years, and an all CAC player. And so definitely excited to see what kind of year she's going to have here in her senior year. Claudia Lone had great experience last year playing #3, moving up from #5 the year before. And it looks that she's going to be right there in the middle of the lineup again. So she got significant playing time last year at #2 doubles and with #3 singles. And then her partner this year is going to be Megan Soderlund, who got significant playing time last year as well at #4. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing what kind of improvements they've made from last year and gaining that kind of experience. And I think the 3 of them are ready to have a really big year.
I'm looking forward to being able to be back with my team. It's been a long break. We have another girl here from Scotland to be playing, and she seems pretty good so far. So I think it's going to be a fun season. We're going to have a solid lineup, and we have some new matches or new teams that we're going to be playing, so that's going to be exciting.
Key newcomers for this year, we have a freshman, Taylor Cooper, who's going to be playing somewhere towards the bottom of our lineup. She's going to be playing #3 doubles for us, and anywhere of the bottom 3 single spots. And so we're excited to see what she's able to do. Zoe Moffitt is an English player that we have that is over for the semester. And she looks like she's going to be one of our top players and is going to fill the role that Katie had last year as Natalie Savage's doubles partner at #1. And so she's a great player, and we're very excited to see what she's capable of doing. We've seen her great in practice, and now we're ready to see her put it into some matches.
Well, as usual, I'm excited to play our rivals in our conference, such as Mary Washington and CNU. We always have a good conference with good matches. And this year on the schedule, we did get some new teams, such as Roanoke and TCNJ, who we haven't played, at least when I've been here. So that'll be good to play some new teams.
I'm excited for our schedule. This is by far for the girls the earliest we've ever played matches. And so it's that sort of, we're excited. We always want more time to get ready, but we're also very excited to get started with some matches. We're playing Christopher Newport very early in the year, which for us is a little bit different. So we have 3 significant matches early in the year that we've ever done before. But the great part is it's sort of spread out throughout the year. And so we start strong with obviously 2 regional opponents, and then right into a conference opponent. So we're going to California in mid-March. We're playing a couple of nationally ranked teams that we haven't been able to beat in the last couple of years, and so we're excited to try to play them again. And then we finish strong with some good CAC opponents in April, and try to have it set up perfectly to where we can give it our best shot in the CAC tournament.
It gives you like a whole family sense. We're all so close, and it does keep you busy, but it's all very rewarding. It helps me a lot with my time management, balancing school and tennis, but I think it's all worth the hard work because I have a great time doing it.
Goals, same as we go in every year. We want to win a conference championship, and we want to compete at the elite national level. It's the goal. We've got a very young team, And we've got a very driven team, and they're fully confident that they can succeed all the goals set forth. So we want to get after a conference title, and we want to make a run at a national championship.
Well, collectively, I think our main goal is to really play for May. Last year we made it to the conference championship, which is really cool. But we kind of want to take that one step further and hopefully really see how far we can push ourselves.
We are fortunate. We have no losses. We have a very young team, and we return everyone. We've got a year of experience under everybody's belt, an additional year. We're still relatively young. But the key is when you get that many players getting that much experience together, it's a neat bond. They're learning a ton, and we're expecting another jump this year.
Our off season, we definitely tried to mirror our in-season practices, so really have a strict drill schedule and point play, so hopefully that can really translate into our practices this season.
Key returners, like I said, we returned everybody. I think some of the biggest impacts that we'll have is some increased leadership. Katie Carlson has really stepped up, a junior, one of our two juniors, has really stepped up as a true leader on this team. It's always a key to every great team. And then just in terms, I mean, we've got a lot of players who are playing at a very high level. Obviously, McKinney Harwood coming in with the national ranking. That's the first in program history, so that's huge. But across the board, Claire Dockrell, Kate Huck, as you move down, Alexandra Dry, all playing great level. Emily Morgan, Isabel Wessel had great fall, so we're excited about them. I mean, there's just a ton to be excited about. We've got a lot of depth with Christy Wong playing well, and then our freshmen Colette and Lily jumping in and starting to battle. I mean, we're excited. We got a lot of pieces, do some great things. Maylee Connell's feeling good, healthy this year, and she's a great player. So we're excited about everybody.
Probably our two main trips for spring break, we're going to California, and that's a lot of fun, just a whole new environment. We play a lot of non-conference teams, so it's low pressure, just a lot of fun. And we go to Boston this year, which is a huge honor for the Nor'easter Bowl. So hopefully you can really take advantage of that opportunity.
So, well, our key newcomers, we've got two freshmen, Colette and Lily. The key is just going to be we got a lot of depth. So everything's being worked out right now. We're trying to get everybody competitive reps, but they're both great ball strikers, and we've got a great environment. So they're developing quickly, and again, I attribute that to the leadership on the team.
We definitely have a tough schedule this season. It's a lot of, like I said, California, we're playing non-conference teams, so it's a lot of nationally ranked teams, but hopefully we can just take it day by day and match by day and just get better with each time we're on the court.
We schedule aggressively. I believe in competitive opportunities. We want to get out there. We want to play the top teams in the nation. We want our players to experience the top teams, to know the level well. We're fortunate to have a very strong conference, so we get a lot of those reps in conference. But every year we strive to play one of the toughest competitive schedules in the nation. So we get out against everyone we can face, non-conference, conference, outer region. We throw in a mixture of Division I's just to get some uniqueness in the schedule. But we've got a very strong schedule, and it's going to give them opportunities to grow every match we play.
Just through the different experiences I've had with coaches and teammates, I've seen a whole new part of the country. I've been able to travel to new places, and it's really provided me with new connections and new opportunities.
For the love of the game, but for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Goals and expectations is to compete for a conference title, stay in the top 20, top 15 in the national rankings, and advance as far as possible in the NCAA tournament.
I would say our goals are to reach the CAC finals and win it like we've done my last 3 years here, and advance to NCAAs, hopefully getting to the Elite Eight.
Key losses, would be 2 seniors. Both contributed to the success of the program over the last 4 years.
We do a lot in the off season. We go to George Green downstairs in the strength and conditioning, and we do pool workouts and just a lot of off season conditioning that helps us.
Key returners would have to be just about all of our players that are returning, our 7 seniors, our junior, and a handful of sophomores. They all played big parts on last year's team and the success of the team, and we look forward to them contributing again this year.
I'm looking forward to spending time with teammates. It's my senior season, and hopefully reaching the goals that our team has wanted to do this whole 4 years of me being here.
I think we have a very tough schedule. We have numerous nationally ranked programs both out in California here. We have some teams coming in here in late March for a national invite that we're hosting, and then certainly our regional competition, who are also some of the higher ranked nationally ranked programs. It's a really good balance of conference competition, regional competition, and nationally ranked opponents, which I think will put us in a really good position. We'll learn a lot about ourselves throughout the course of the year to get us ready for the postseason.
We have a great schedule. I think we've had the best schedule this year that we've had since I've been here. We have a lot of top 20 ranked schools, and we have a bunch of teams that we haven't played yet that we really want to play and beat, so I'm looking forward to that. I love being able to do extracurricular activities that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do if you weren't a student athlete. I'm a part of CAC, which I love, and it's a really good accomplishment to be able to be a part of that.